Welcome back to our second episode of our Plaid Couch podcast. Everyone, it is a small world after all. I'm joined today by Matthew and Jaylene.
That is the cringiest thing that's going to happen in this episode.
That's a strong start, Tegan.
Oh my god.
One of the topics we're going to talk about today is how Jaylene described it as we're borderline Disney adults.
We're not quite there yet.
We all enjoy Disney to some extent.
Yeah. I would say more than the average person we do, because we talk about Disney movies every now and then. We'll get in like a Disney kick.
Mm-hmm. So we can talk about our favorite movies and just all that other stuff. By the end, we'll all have Mickey ears on, and
we're all gonna get Disney tattoos, matching Disney tattoos.
You can't get sued for that, right?
I don't know if I want that to be my first tattoo or not.
Yeah. You can get something else first, and then your matching Disney tattoo.
Get 2 tattoos in one day.
The reason I wanted to do, or the reason I guess that I consider us borderline Disney adults, because I never considered us to be borderline until a couple years ago, and I didn't want to bring this to the podcast, but I'm going to. I'm going to dox all 3 of us.
Okay.
You remember we were at my apartment, my tiny apartment, and
we've done this several times.
We have
just
done
like
this several
watched
times.
the ride.
No, but this one, it wasn't just watching rides. It was, hey, look, let's, like, we were finding one to watch, and we turned on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and then when it started, I was like, wait, and we paused the video, we turned on all the we turned off all the lights in my apartment, and we all sat in a line on my living room floor, and then we played the video, so we were fully immersed.
I think this just goes to show that we're too poor to go to Disney right now, but we make the most of it.
Yeah.
we immerse ourselves.
I feel like our friendship hit like a next level once we experienced
it definitely did, because there were streaks of doing that stuff.
Yeah,
that was the first time we'd ever like fully immersed, because a lot of times like we would do it at Tegan's house and like the lights would be on and it's like, oh, you guys remember like Expedition Everest?
Yeah.
And then it's like,
well, I remember in my apartment when you brought up, what's that island?
No, Discovery.
Yeah, Discovery Island, and we watched a whole documentary on that, and that was really neat.
Yeah.
But no, the Pirates of the Caribbean in my living room, like every time I think about Disney adults, I'm like, we're pretty close up there because we did that. So
do you think if we had money to go to Disney like all the time we would, or would it just be
every year I will look at the price of an annual pass, and I don't live in Florida, like nowhere near. We're like, what's it take, like, is it like close to like a day's worth of driving just to get to Florida from here? But every year, and I don't have money like that, but every year I'm like, I wonder how much it would cost. Like, it would be worth my while.
and then you look at it, you put everything in the cart, you're like, maybe if I start budgeting now.
Yeah. I also plan a Disney vacation every year. Like, every year I have one on my calendar. It's like, I'm going to go to Disney World in this year.
Well, we've all talked about taking like Plaid Couch trip down there at some point.
Probably once the channel brings in a little bit more revenue.
Yeah, so
if
people want to subscribe.
Company expense.
If you guys want to subscribe and send us to Disney World, we would really appreciate it. And then we would for sure come back Disney adults. But I will say we enjoy more than just the parks. We're not like people who, are going to the parks every chance they get. None of us are probably, I don't want to speak for the group, but I don't plan on like getting married in Disney World.
No.
Honeymooning at Disney World.
No.
No.
To me, it's more, I just like theme parks. Like the closest one to us, I think, is Cedar Point.
Yeah.
And I go there probably once a year, once every other year. I love going there. Roller coasters are fun.
Roller coasters are fun.
That adrenaline you get from them.
Yeah.
I like that high. I don't do any drugs, so
that's Tegan's drug. His once-a-year trip to Cedar Point.
Now Disney's more tame at that, but the theme stuff is cool.
I love how like immersive Disney is. That will really just suck me
You step past the gates, and when you're actually in Disney World, it's like the whole outside world is gone.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
It's like a casino.
Yeah. And you come out and you're in debt.
You're like, what time is it?
Yeah. I spend like $20 on a pretzel.
Yep.
But we do obviously like the parks. It's been a minute since I've been to any of the parks. I think last time I went, I was a junior in high school. Went on a band trip. Went with you. And the rest of the band. It wasn't just the band set us down.
All right, you two, recon it out.
And then
We'll send you 2 days early. Tell us how it is.
Yeah, take notes. But it's fun. It was just as fun, I think, as a teenager as it was when I was a kid. The first time I went, I was 7 years old, and that like blew my freaking mind. This is gonna make me sound like a Disney adult. I feel bad for kids who don't get to experience Disney World because it is a trip when you're little going to Disney World for the first time.
Yeah, I remember. Gosh, I was probably around like 8 or 9, and they had Star Wars themed stuff.
Oh yeah,
for like the first time, and seeing like Chewbacca walk around and all that stuff. You know, I love the prequels. I'm glad they're finally starting to get some respect.
It took a while, but yeah.
Out of these two, I've actually been back to Disney recently.
Damn, get fucked us.
Richie Rich.
The biggest Disney adult here. Why don't you go ahead and get that annual pass out of your wallet? show the folks out.
No, but we took it was a Universal trip, but we took a day to go to.
I say you didn't go to all the parks though, did you?
But you're talking about the Star Wars stuff and the Star Wars world they have there.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
I haven't been to Galaxy's Edge.
It's so cool.
Have you been to Galaxy's Edge? Sorry, I interrupted you.
You're fine.
I can't remember. It's been several years since I've last gone. So
the one thing that blew my mind in Galaxy Edge was, and my mom, my sister were making their own little R2D2s. They were building their droids in the station that they have, and it was a lot of money, and I'm like, I'm not spending that much just for
a droid.
But then, and I kicked myself in the butt for not making one. When you build your droid and it gets all put together, you can put a personality chip in it to make whatever personality you want. But after that, and you walk out of there, everywhere in the Galaxy's Edge, the robots interact with the environment. And if you walk by someone with another droid, they'll talk to each other real quick. You'll hear them do the little beeps back and forth. And I'm like, I really wanted one after that.
yeah, some of that stuff's so cool. Like, I think they recently had their expo, and they showed off actual like lightsaber that popped out. You know, you didn't have to swing it, or it was. But they were so careful about it. Like the guy had it out here, and just didn't move it at all, and then he slowly handed it off to the assistant to take it off the stage.
Holy cow!
So, I mean, it is cool to see some of that technology, but that thing probably won't be ready for another year or two.
Just doing
they just wanted to show it off, like, oh look at this. An actual lightsaber.
It's not like the plastic ones we had as kids where you've got to, and it might come out.
Well, even before that, I grew up with like styrofoam ones where it was like a lightsaber.
Those styrofoam ones were kind of cool though.
But it was like this long, so my older brother and I would just like swing at each other full force. You know, get home from our grandma's with marks all over our body, just because we'd go outside and just start wailing on each other.
We did that with the at Christmas time, the wrapping paper tubes.
Oh yeah,
me and my brother would beat the shit out of each other with those things.
You have to.
Yeah.
You guys ever do the flashlight lightsaber fights?
No.
You just turn the flashlight on and you use the light beams.
I usually just had the styrofoam or sock and boppers.
I never had those.
Oh,
I never had those.
Again, my brother and I think my parents just wanted us to beat the crap out of each other.
You get tough that way.
But we only had 2 sets, and so at the time, my older brother and I told my younger brother, it's like, just hold these pillows and that will be your sock and boppers. But just know, if you drop a pillow, you can't swing because we don't want to actually get hit. So we would just wail on him, knocking the pillows out and just start beating him to the ground.
Oh my God.
And then my older brother and I would just start.
No, the closest I had to that was the robots.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What were those called? I don't remember. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
That's gonna bug me now. Shit.
Um,
But yeah, I would like to go back and see Galaxy's Edge. I think that'd be
Yeah.
cool. I'm with you. The time I went, they had Star Tours, and that was cool. Just see the little bit of the Star Wars stuff.
Mhm.
It's so funny because Ferguy, who's my brother, who is, if you haven't seen the Ask Me Anything that he's in our Star Wars episode. And when we first went as kids, they had all the Star Wars stuff, and like you could take the the pictures on the speeder and stuff. But Star Tours was closed for maintenance.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to ride it, which was a bummer, but you know what, whatever. My brother went back again at a band trip when he was in high school, and I wasn't in the band yet, so I didn't go on that trip. And he was like, oh my gosh, I get to ride Star Tours finally. And it was closed down for maintenance. So for guy, one of the biggest Star Wars fans I know, has been to Disney World twice, and he's not been to Galaxy's Edge, and he couldn't even ride Star Tours. I'm like, tough break. But I rode it the second time I went. We rode it twice because it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, I rode it once for me and twice for Burger.
They got the Mos Eisley Cantina in there
Yeah.
too.
That looks really cool.
And they actually have like the jizzers. They have the musicians.
I'll
like,
never get used
robotics.
to that.
And so they're like up in high places, but and then when you go in the door goes up like it does. It's like shoo, and you walk in, and it's this big circular room, and then in the center is the bar with all the different galaxy drinks, and then you got the bartenders. You can walk the full 360 that you're sitting around. You've got that not benches, booths. We got booths along the wall, and it's really neat because all the drinks they glow and everything, and the menu is just full
Did you
of-
get the blue milk?
My sister did.
I heard it's not good. There's like mixed reviews on it, like because it's kind of like fruity, I guess.
I think it just tasted like milk to
Yeah.
me. But I was having some drinks. Let me tell you.
I want to go to the Mos Eisley Cantina in Galaxy's Edge and just order like a Coors Light.
Oh, that'd be in bad taste. You know how
Yeah,
hard it is. To
I
get
would
in
like
there?
ruin like the immersion. Like everybody's got their like funky like Galaxy drinks, and I've just got a bottle of Coors Light.
I'll have an old fashioned.
They had those in Star Wars, but
One of the things in Star Wars Land is the like building your own lightsaber, and when that like first came out, I watched a few videos. Every single video I watched, the person. Here's how I know we're not Disney adults, because everyone I watch, they build it, and then when the Kyber crystals came out, the people would like touch it and then jizz themselves. They go,
Oh my god!
Like, I feel the force.
Oh my
it's like,
God.
all right.
we have a friend who made one of those lightsabers, and he's not a Disney adult, but he's like
Star Wars.
he's a Star Wars guy, and I'm sure he got really excited when he made
But
this.
every video I saw, they were just like, oh.
Yeah.
That's my crystal.
That's one of the reasons I don't want to go to Galaxy's Edge, is people like that. But that's all through Disney
Yeah.
World, is people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's any fandom.
Yeah, that's
I
like.
just-
Have you seen the TikTok of the girl like breaking down in front of like Hogwarts
Yup.
in Universal? And it's
Yup.
like, I get it. Like even now when I see Cinderella's castle in person, I get like a little like,
Emotional.
holy shit,
Yeah.
it's right there. But it's
But
like
you're not
she's
down on the ground.
like fully having a breakdown, crying.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video? I gotta show it to you. And it's like, come on, like
You're an
people
adult, stand up.
are just like, imagine doing that at Cedar Point, like going up to Top Thrill and like just
Oh my god!
Top Thrill 2 now.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Imagine if I was there, or Burguy, because neither of us are like Harry Potter
Yeah.
fans. Like, I've seen all 8 movies. I can't tell you what's happened in a single one. For the longest time, I didn't know the 4 houses.
Yeah.
I do know I'm a Gryffindor, though.
Yeah, don't buy it.
I'll take the test right now.
All right, we're not talking about Harry Potter.
But I just imagine, what the fuck are they crying about?
I want to do that at Universal, but I want to do it at Krusty Land.
Oh my
Simpsons
gosh.
World.
Krusty Land's really cool.
Oh, I want to go to Krusty
You
Land.
can get
You get some.
donut.
I want to get some Duff beer. Did they have
Yeah,
Duff beer?
they got Duff beer,
Yeah,
and
that would be.
the donut was really good. It was huge.
Yeah,
It was about about this size.
if you can
Okay.
see that, viewers.
Huh?
If you can, like, I don't know
Visualize
if they
it.
could
Yeah.
see. Just Photoshop a big donut right there.
But it's made with lard, so it's like old fashioned made, and
Oh,
oh my god, I was eating it and eating it. And I'm like, I need to stop, or I'm gonna be sick.
He then started shitting little literal bricks.
No, I was.
he was in Universal, not Legoland.
Yeah.
So I guess besides, like, we're only really talking about Galaxy's Edge and Hogwarts now, but what are, like, go-to rides at Disney World? Like,
Haunted
we're
Mansion.
going back tomorrow and we have time to ride like 3 rides. What are you riding?
I'm riding the Haunted Mansion ride.
It's a good pick.
That's always
Classic.
that's one of my favorites.
My classic pick would probably be Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's go with like one from each park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should do that. So yours is Haunted Mansion for Magic Kingdom.
Magic
We'll
Kingdom.
do Magic Kingdom first. I'm going Pirates of the Caribbean classic.
Splash Mountain, but I am excited to see.
Have you seen the videos for it?
Not yet.
It's pretty good. The only thing that I don't like is the part like right before the drop isn't scary. Like they should have put what's his name in there from
The-
Princess and the Frog, the bad guy. I don't know his
Oh.
name. Like that would have been creepy,
Yeah.
spooky.
The
but it takes place
Are
like
You Ready song.
yeah, but it takes place like after that movie happens, so
Oh.
it's like not. It's like we got to go find whoever, all the animals to play in the jazz band, and then it's like I don't know. Like I was just watching the ride footage, but it's like I remember like being scared riding Splash Mountain. So I wish they would have kept like a scary element because
Yeah.
it'd been really cool, like with all the spirits and stuff.
Yeah, friends on the other side.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is a good pick, though. Splash Mountain is a classic. We're definitely not those people who are mad about the re-theme. I'm just mad about like the spooky element.
It's one of those. They changed it.
I would say, well, the parks changed so much over time.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. So
Like,
eh, I remember the last time I went, the Fox that's like up as you're going up to the drop
Mhm.
would get hit with water, so it was just like drenched. So it's like it's probably good they changed that one out.
yeah. So, all right. So what do you do next? I've got my pick for Animal Kingdom. If we just want to hop over there, Animal Kingdom doesn't have a lot ride wise.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember like what's at each
Mhm.
park.
Animal Kingdom. That's with Everest, isn't it?
Expedition
Yeah,
Everest.
I
Like,
gotta go with Expedition
oh,
Everest.
it's so great.
That's such a cool ride.
I may go with the Flight of
Oh, Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the
that's the last time I
Avatar
went
Land, yeah.
is when they introduced all that stuff.
you're gonna
Which-
is that the one that you have to wait like 3 hours to get on?
When I got there, I think the shortest time I saw was 3 hours, and that was at the start of the day. It would easily go up to like 6 hours.
Mhm.
Thankfully, Fast Pass is a thing.
Not anymore.
Well, it was when I was there.
So that's some controversy in the Disney adult community. Is
Yeah.
it Genie Plus? Is
Yeah,
that still what
oh,
they're
yeah.
using? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not that rich.
I find out when I do my yearly vacation planning and then never go.
Mhm.
So
But yeah, that one because it's kind of like soaring.
yeah.
But the Avatar movies have never been like ones that I really enjoy. They're fine movies.
Mhm.
I don't need to watch them again. But that world building
world is so pretty.
is so interesting to me. And yeah, like you said, very pretty.
Can I
And
give you guys a random fact about the first Avatar movie?
No.
Go
Okay,
for it.
ahead.
So, you guys remember it being in 3D, right?
Mhm.
And the 3D was really good compared to like in that time.
Okay.
I
didn't-
learned that Avatar was the only 3D movie during that time to actually use a 3D camera
Mhm.
to make it the way it was, which is
Yeah.
why it looks so
Yeah.
good. And all the other movies did not have that technology or didn't want to just
Mhm.
spend the money on that camera.
I think the worst 3D movie I've ever seen was one of the Transformer movies.
Oh, God.
Because it was just like the particles every now and again, and you couldn't really tell. So it was just like, what the fuck? I went with my brothers and cousins, and I was just sitting there like, we spent more money for for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my fact for the Avatar movie. That's
Mhm.
why it was so good because I didn't know they actually had 3D like
That's why
cameras.
the ride's so good too, because the ride's in
Yeah.
3D. Because you know how like the rest of Disney World's in 2D.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a dumb joke. I'm sorry.
I love seeing
All right, so
flat stickers
so we're riding Expedition Everest.
Expedition
I do
I,
want to.
Everest.
I do love Expedition
Yeah.
Everest. I will say that was probably the best thing about them introducing that Pandora
Mhm.
part, because there was like no line to Expedition Everest, so I wrote it like 5 times in a row.
Yeah, it was. Oh, I want to ride it again.
Did you guys ever see the Bugs Life show?
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
Oh
in
my
the
god,
tree?
yeah. Every time I go, every 2 times I've been.
That's probably my favorite like showing
yeah.
there. Just-
That scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
yeah, especially the part
The
where
Where they're
spiders
crawling
are-
up.
yeah they're crawling. You
Yeah.
can feel the whole back of the seat moves,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh shit.
I remember when I saw that as a kid, it was mostly like my head in my mom's lap for most of the show.
Mhm.
But I saw it again as a teenager, and I really enjoyed it. I really like Bugs Life though; it's one of my favorite
Bugs
Disney
Life is
movies.
great.
All right, so then we're gonna hop over to
Epcot.
let's go to Epcot. And
For me, it'd have to be the actual ride that's in the Epcot ball. It's like a
yeah. What is that? I know what you're talking about.
it takes you through the history.
Yeah.
Do I need to pull it up on my phone?
Yeah, because it's gonna bug me. Because there's also the Guardians coaster now too. I heard
Yeah.
Cosmic Rewind's really good.
I rode that when I was there.
Yeah, I do want to ride
last
that.
time. It was awesome.
Is the Tron coaster open? Oh, that's in Magic Kingdom though. Can you look that up too? Where the Tron coaster's at? Because I don't remember. I was thinking it was Epcot, but now I'm thinking it might be in Tomorrowland in Magic Kingdom where they're putting the Tron coaster.
I don't know that one.
I think it is. No, I think it is Magic Kingdom.
So
What?
there's Test Track, Spaceship Earth,
Uh, no,
Soaring Around the World,
no.
Mission Space,
Uh-uh.
Frozen Ever After,
Oh, it's that one.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Living with the Land,
Uh-uh.
The Seas with Nemo and Friends, Journey into Imagination,
With Figment.
Grand Fiesta Tour,
I've never done that. I always
Turtle Talk with Crush.
Is it Spaceship Earth?
Yeah,
Because I
think
always
so.
I think I get that and Mission Space mixed up.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
one of
Mission
the,
Space is the. They have 2 different versions now.
Yeah,
I'm too scared to ride Mission Space. That's too much adrenaline for me.
but yeah, that one's really cool. Epcot's a lot of fun. It's funny because when I was younger, when we were going
Mhm.
during the marching band, I never really liked Epcot, and then we went back. I think I was able to go back twice when I was a little bit older. I love Epcot.
I say if I go to Epcot, I'm not riding a roller coaster. I've never got to drink around the world, and I
Mhm.
want to do that so bad. So I'm gonna turn in my ride pass for the Epcot day, and I'm drinking around the world.
Yep.
Where are you riding?
Is that your
That
ride?
I'm not right. Like the rides are fine at Epcot. Like I would rather just drink all day.
I'll save Earth and do Mission Space.
Okay. Yeah, you guys.
I'll go next time in a full-on suit.
Yeah, I haven't.
Sorry, you can't get on the ride with that.
I haven't ridden that ride.
Mission fail, boys.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
And then that takes us to Hollywood Studios. Who's doing what?
Oh, that's Tower of Terror right there.
That's Galaxy's Edge. I feel like I have to ride Rise of the Resistance. I heard that's one of the best rides ever made.
Yeah,
It's all right.
yeah, I heard that one's really good.
It's all right. I heard it's like great.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I heard it's better than a Smuggler's Run.
It is better than Smuggler's Run.
Yeah.
The actual like waiting is for that ride is really neat too because you go through like props in the movie.
Mhm.
Like you start out with the guardrails,
Mhm.
and then when you get past the guardrails, you get into like a transport ship. So they hubble you in, and they do have the LED screens. And then you get off, and you're someplace different. I don't know how it moves. I don't know what it does, but you're in the. It's either a Star Destroyer or you're in the Death Star itself, and there's just rows of stormtroopers,
So it's so sick.
just outside the door, and they have actual like the officers in the black outfits. Those are real workers, and they treat you like shit. So it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I want to ride that ride just to say I've done it. So did you pick one for Hollywood Studios?
I would say from what I've heard about Rise,
Mhm.
it would be that.
You don't want to ride the Slinky Dog roller coaster instead?
Hey, that was a good one too. That was a
Toy
lot of
Story
fun.
Land's pretty cool.
That would be fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Is that the one that also has the Aerosmith ride?
Oh yeah, Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah,
That's a classic.
I think they need to update that ride. Who knows Aerosmith anymore?
Make it faster.
What band would you put on instead of Aerosmith?
Queen.
Queen would be awesome, but like we need more of a modern band.
Yeah.
Like what is today's Aerosmith?
MJ.
MGK is what you're
MGK,
trying to say.
yeah.
Not him, no. Like real answer,
Fell
probably.
in love with Eloka.
Like
Just
Knowing Disney, they would probably do like Fallout Boy.
I was thinking.
Oh my!
Fall Out
Could you
Boy.
imagine a Fallout Boy themed ride?
But it would be like their newer stuff.
It'd be like centuries the whole
Yeah.
way through. I'd be like,
That'd be sick.
I was thinking
you
Fall Out
hear
Boy.
you hear Pete Wentz's voice over the systems. All right, guys.
Who wants to see my penis?
Okay, that's not Disney appropriate. I don't think Disney would allow that voice clip in. But do you remember the screen when you were waiting for the ride? It had the band come out, and they were like interacting, like, "Oh, hey, you guys." That'd be cool to have something like that with Fall Out Boy.
Mhm.
Just see Pete Wentz with his fedora.
You're thinking Patrick Stone.
My bad, Patrick
Dumbass.
Stone.
I love Fall Out Boy, but I think you could pick a cooler band.
Muse.
No.
Well,
No.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'd become a real Disney adult just to go
They're
there.
gonna be there every weekend, just riding a rock and roll
It'd be
coaster.
cool for real though.
All right, you're done.
I've never listened to the cool song.
So, so that's what we're doing at the park. And what do you think is something that needs added to the park before we move on to like the rest of Disney? Like what's lacking? Do you think? Like either a certain like Disney canon or experience or dead air. I'm putting you guys on the spot here.
I was waiting for Matthew. I think they need to show besides Lion King, showing more of their 90s animated films some love.
Yeah.
Have Mount Olympus.
Oh, Hercules.
I'm sure they have stuff related to Mulan there because their live action one came out.
Mhm.
But just more of that,
Have
Tarzan.
like a Disney
It-
Renaissance section would
Yeah.
be cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
Hmm.
I can't right
Put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
now. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say Atlantis, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. It's the other one.
Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
You're a
well,
Black Cauldron kid.
Yeah, Black Cauldron.
That movie's a big flop. There's a reason that, or it was a big flop. There's
I
a
liked
reason.
it. I thought it was fun.
Because my first instinct is like, I'd love to see Treasure Planet in the park, but
Mm-hmm.
like that movie just like
It's one of those that over time it's like, okay, I see what they were doing here, but
yeah,
it was definitely a test.
yeah. So it definitely got.
I need to rewatch Black Cauldron just to see how bad it
The
is.
movie's like
Movie night after this.
watch Black Cauldron and Treasure Planet and
Yeah, let's do it.
then Frozen.
I don't want to watch it.
Frozen 2.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen Frozen 2.
Neither have I.
All right. So we talked about the parks for a good chunk of time. So, but we don't like the movies or anything, right?
No.
No, we just talk about the parks.
Are we going to talk about all their properties? So, like, what's your favorite Disney animated? Then Pixar,
We could do that.
Marvel.
I think we should start with like classic Disney, like Disney animated.
Go ahead, Jaylene.
We kind of already said this. Like, do like top 3, like just go in a
Sure.
circle because it won't be entertaining. Because I just said Treasure Planet's my favorite. You go.
I mean, my number one is Hercules.
Uh-huh.
Love that movie.
That's a good pick.
Uh,
You want to know a fun fact about Hercules? came out in the same year that Matthew and I were born.
Yeah.
We're as old as Hercules. And you're older, you old man.
Yeah.
Tegan actually saw Hercules in theaters
I
when he was
did.
10 years old.
I wasn't that old, but
You had to be little then.
Yeah.
Because you're not like that much older than us.
yeah, that
Because Hercules is older
that
than
may
we
have
are.
been one of the first movies I saw in theaters.
The first movie I saw in theaters was Barney and like the Magic Egg or some shit. My mom said I had the best time of my life.
Uh,
So,
me,
Matthews,
I really like Mulan.
oh, you're just
The-
going.
I thought we were
Yeah.
doing our top three.
Yeah, but I just went. I said one, and then I was taking it to you, and then you were gonna say one,
Oh.
and then because I only said.
Well, fuck me, Matthew. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Say
Did
your
you hear
one.
me only say one? I didn't list off
Matthew and
three
I
in a
were
row.
on the same wavelength where we were gonna list all three.
Do you want to list all three?
I don't
'Cause
care
if-
anymore.
Well, I'm just
No,
saying.
I don't care, Jaylene. I do not care
Why
anymore.
would I pass it to you after only saying one? Am I only? I'm not important. I only get one movie.
I thought you were just making me start and then end with you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I said mine is Treasure Planet, and then I was saying so you could say your one, and then Matthew could say his one, and then I could do two.
This is why she doesn't coordinate anything for this channel.
Yeah, because I definitely didn't have the list of podcast topics
So
that we were
we're talking
referencing.
about older animations, right?
Anything like the
The 2D animated.
Okay.
it's from Disney Animation Studios, so Pixar doesn't count. You better not pick like High School Musical 2.
Oh no.
Like theatrical releases, Lion King 1.5. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was gonna be.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good
though.
one, but it wasn't in theaters,
Oh,
so
no.
that doesn't technically count.
Okay.
You pick that as a top 3 Disney movie. It's good. Like
I think I like it because
we all talk about we'll get back to this though, but we all talk about all 3 of us played the stupid games on the DVD. That came with Lion King 1.5, and I think we played the different ones because you played the American Idol one, which or
the Who Wants to Be a
that's what it
Millionaire.
was. Was there an Idol one?
That was in Shrek 2.
I'm thinking of Shrek 2. Okay, I didn't play either of those. The driving one and Lion King 1.5. I played the shit out of that. Like I would put in the DVD just to play that game for like hours. Like, and I never got sick of it. So, maybe we should pick Lion King 1.5.
But
yeah,
Matthew, what's your top one?
Yeah, top dog.
Oh gosh.
You can't say the Black Cauldron because you haven't
I know.
rewatched it yet.
I know. I can't say the Black Cauldron.
You can
but
put it in 2 or 3.
that's the one. That's the one I remember watching the most when I was a kid.
That is such a
I
Matthew coded
don't know
movie.
why though. But anyway,
He's gonna rewatch it tonight. He's gonna be like, "This is fucking awesome." Be like, it's all right.
I'm gonna go with.
Deep pull here from Matthew.
I really haven't thought about my favorite one. I'm gonna.
You want us to skip you?
Yeah, skip me for now.
All right. We'll come back to you. So my number 2 is Cinderella. I can't. I was a little girl once. I can't fight that.
You pulled Burguy and I to go see that movie, and the live action,
The live action that came out in 2015. Yeah. Why did we both know that?
Well, because I knew we were in college, but it's like
Yeah.
we weren't that close of friends yet.
I invited a group of people to go see that with me. You were included, but you didn't go because you went and saw it with your little sister, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it so bad. We went opening night, me, you, and Burgay, and I invited like other friends that I had in school to go, and they straight up were like, "We don't want to go see that movie." And I remember we're driving to the movies, and you go, "Yeah, my parents asked what movie I was going to see, but I was too embarrassed to tell them, so I just said, I don't know, we're just going to go see a movie."
You were too embarrassed.
And we get there, the theater's packed, like full of like kids.
Little
Like,
girls,
little girls
in
in
Cinderella dresses.
And Tegan goes, "Is this opening night?" Because it was a Thursday night.
Yeah.
And I was like, or it was a Friday night. So it came out like the Thursday was the opening night,
Yeah.
but it was the first Friday night it was in theaters. And Tegan's like, "Did you bring us to the opening night?" And I was like, yes. And it sucked. Like no part of it was good. It was
It was
so
fine.
bad.
No, the best part was
You remember the lizard guy that still gives me nightmares?
no. The best part was towards the end when the prince like reveals himself and throws his cloak off. It's like, oh shit, that was the prince the whole time. I think Berga and I were the most hyped for that
Yeah.
part. Just oh shit.
Yeah, it was not good. I went home that night and I had a 102-degree fever. I don't know if it's from
Holy
the movie or what.
shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. We were driving home and I was laying in the backseat of because we took my car and then driving back, I was laying in the backseat of my car. Like, I don't feel good. And I went home, I took my temperature and I had 102-degree fever. I was like, I don't know if the movie did that or it was already in my system. But yeah, oh, what a awful movie. But I love the 1950 original Cinderella. Like, I just think that is like just that is that early era of Disney. I just feel like Cinderella does it best. And that was also one of the post-war movies. After they did all the little like Melody Time and Mind Me Music or whatever, and all the racist shorts. I don't think it might have been the first one after the war. I don't remember. But it really just encapsulates that time of like magic and imagination. And
Yeah.
I just love everything that movie does. Story-wise, I can admit it's a little bland, it's a little bleak. It could add more there, but for what it did at the time.
Cinderella.
And like I can't watch that movie and not feel like just a little like 7-year-old girl. It's like my mom and I watch it every year on my birthday. So yeah, I love that movie.
I got mine now.
We're going like way out of order, but okay.
Let me say my two, which was Mulan.
Okay.
All right. Now you could say
Mulan's a good movie. Did you want to like expand on that?
I really like Aladdin.
Ooh,
That's a good pick.
I can't. I never get tired of Genie. I love Genie.
Oh, that's such good casting.
Did not see
Will
the
Smith.
Did not see the live action one because I didn't want to ruin it for me.
Yeah, don't do that. It will ruin the movie a little bit.
And then I'm gonna have to go with also my sister's pick, which is Tangled.
Tangled's great.
I love Tangled, dude.
Yeah.
I'm in a camp because there's always like, what's better, Frozen or Tangled?
Tangled.
I think Tangled is a better movie. I'm big enough to admit that. I still like Frozen more. Frozen just hits like a certain part of my brain that I didn't expect it to do when that movie came out. I was like, oh my god, like this movie's gas. But Tangled's really good. It's got a good story and yeah.
I can back up the whole Tangled thing because during Christmas I bought some gifts for my family and Disney was having like a 100-year collection thing and they had Tangled on there, so I got my sister a whole collection box of Tangled that had the movie with it. So she got a pin, she got a lot of stuff, and we watched it that same night. And I forgot certain parts in it. I'm just like, this movie's great.
Yeah,
I love this movie.
So,
We're
where
on
we?
number 3.
Okay, we've all said 1 and 2. Okay. You think I would have that whole time? You think I would have thought of a number 3? Shoot. Why don't you skip me this round? I don't have a number 3 prepared.
The easy answer is Lion King.
Lion King's a classic, yeah.
But growing up, that was like the one that was always on or always being watched.
That's when you like watch at school too.
Yeah.
Like it'd be movie day and they just pop in the Lion King.
It's a good movie, but it's just so watching it so many times, knocked it down the list a little bit. Moana.
Oh, I love Moana.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
I bawled like a bitch the first time I saw Moana.
I didn't do that, but
I watched it during quarantine though, and I like hadn't seen my family in like weeks, and I was just going to work and going home, going to work and going home. And midst of quarantine, I watched that movie all about like family and togetherness, and I was just bawling on my couch. It was rough. It's a great movie.
Yeah. Either of you got your number 3?
I've got so many toss-ups, and I'm about to just like blurt one out.
Do it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna watch this back, and be like, "That's not right." I don't think I really like Sleeping Beauty.
Oh my gosh.
I love Maleficent. She's a great villain. I love that was probably one of the first princess movies too, where like the prince actually gets off his ass and does something. Like
he fought that.
Prince Philip's awesome.
Yeah, he fought the fucking dragon.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, fuck you.
That was a really good live action too. The live action Maleficent, I really liked
with
it.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I liked it a lot.
But I don't know if that'd be my number 3. Aristocats is up there for me, and that was just like that was just the movie that we had on when I was a kid, so that is why it's up there. I'm sure I'm forgetting something.
I don't know if this is Pixar or not, but
Bolt is Disney animation, so yeah, that would qualify for this.
I forgot that movie existed.
As a top 3?
No,
Matthew, you said Bolt. That's in your top 3.
You know what? Honestly, I love Sleeping Beauty, but I thought this because this seems like a you movie. Robin Hood is one that I think gets slept on. That's really good. That was like made during like the dark period for Disney too, like the dark ages. But I think that's just a fun movie. That might be my number 3. I really split it between 3 movies.
Let us know in the comments who has the best top 3 and why is it me?
Yes. yours is pretty good, but yours is like just the Disney Renaissance.
They all slap.
The Disney Renaissance and then Moana.
Tarzan's up there because they have Phil Collins on this.
That soundtrack does go hard.
I will say the Disney Renaissance is on my gym playlist, and let me tell you, when Make a Man.
That's a good workout song. I'll make a man out of you.
I'm doing about 200% harder work.
I've got a Disney workout playlist, and there's just some
that or Zero to Hero. It's like, oh, I can move mountains right now. Just
one of my favorite running songs, and I hate to admit it, is "Let It Go." Like, I really will just start running during that song. And I don't know, and it's overplayed, I know, but that'll get my blood pumping.
I don't have a Disney workout playlist.
Strangers Like Me is a great workout song. Yeah. Yeah.
Maddie, once I get all my gym equipment here, you and I can start working out. I'll have a speaker just blaring.
Fuck yeah, dude. I want surround sound 3D.
Do we want to do like favorite Pixar movie? We don't have to do a top 3 for Pixar because there's not quite so many.
I already got a top for Pixar. It's the original Toy Story. I love the
original Toy Story. Yeah, that's a good pick. That was another than
I was gonna say it may be easier to do a top 3 for Pixar because there's so many good movies.
All right, that's fine. I just didn't want to hog all the time with top 3s.
Toy Story 1, Toy Story. No.
But no, are you putting on Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 4? That's the real question.
Toy Story 4, I think, is better.
I like Toy Story 4.
So did I.
I've got too much nostalgia for the second one. We were a Toy Story household. If you go back and watch any of our home videos, Toy Story 99% of the time is playing in the background. So I've got too much nostalgia with the first 2. Huh?
He was going to say How to Train Your Dragon.
He doesn't even know Disney movies.
Well, what's your number 1 Pixar?
Oh, Toy Story is a good pick. I would probably go Bug's Life. I really like Bug's Life.
The Incredibles is.
Oh my god!
I love that movie so much.
I saw that in theaters. That's one of the movie, like one of the memories from my childhood of seeing that in theaters.
I love the villain in that movie. Just the way he acted, it just cracked me up.
Yeah.
And then you got, oh my gosh, who's the woman that designed the suits?
Edna Mode.
Edna Mode. I love Edna.
Yeah.
She's so cool.
It's Matthew's dream girl.
No.
Someone put him in his place.
She may have you looking fly though. Could you imagine?
She would. But no, The Incredibles was definitely a core memory when I watched it.
I mean, you can say The Incredibles or Bug's Life or another Toy Story if it's.
I was gonna say because I'm putting Toy Story in my top 3. I think I have to.
That's just which one?
Yeah. I know there's like newer age Pixar movies that I really liked. Can't think of them. Soul was really good, but I don't know if I'd put that in my top 3. I just had one and I just lost it.
I was trying to go back in my
I feel like
my memory bank.
I feel like I'm disconnected from my childhood.
Look up Pixar movies because I know I'm forgetting one. I really liked Onward that came out. I don't think that would be in my top 3, but that was a good Pixar movie. It's also got Tom Holland
Was
in
that
it.
the one with the like troll looking
Yeah.
things? That looks like a cool movie.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. So they're like trying to bring their dad back from the dead for one day, and they got to go on a mission to get
Oh,
all this
what's
stuff.
Oh,
Here's a list, Matthew. Just go ahead and look through it.
I forgot about Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
See.
Oh my gosh, Up! I love Up.
Oh my god, I forgot Ratatouille. Ratatouille is easily top 3. That's my top 3. I'm gonna go Bugs Life, Toy Story, and Ratatouille.
I'm gonna go Toy Story, Up, and
Up's great.
Coco. I really like
I
Coco.
haven't seen Coco.
I'm gonna do The Incredibles. Probably Toy Story 3. Because I was right around that age where Andy was.
Did you cry watching Toy Story 3? Like actually?
I choked up.
Okay.
We all did. We
Th-
all did.
Then probably Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. is a classic.
Always watch it.
No one said Finding Nemo, surprisingly.
That was one.
Yeah, it's a good movie, but
Yeah.
I just,
I
you
had
know.
a Game Boy game of Finding Nemo.
I think I saw Finding Nemo in theaters too. Because I loved the sea turtles in that. But I was like,
Dude, you
I had
gotta
a-
go with the.
I had a thing for turtles as a kid. Not like that.
Cut that,
Not
cut
like
that, cut
that.
that.
She was a big fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No. I was like you know, like you have like niche interests as a kid that you're really into. Not like that. I was a kid, man.
I'm gonna go touch the butt.
I just liked turtles as a kid. Nothing weird about it. Yeah.
Is there any other top 3s we need to make?
I feel like we could save like Marvel and Star Wars for a whole separate podcast.
Definitely.
We talked about the music, the movies, the theme parks.
Did we talk about the music?
A little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
we kind of touched on it. So, were you guys like Disney Channel kids?
No, I was more of a.
I was a Nickelodeon kid.
There were some shows.
Mhm.
My brothers and I had a rotation of Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and then we had a show or two on Disney. That's like, okay, these shows aren't on at this time. Let's
Right.
go. Let's go Disney.
I don't remember if I talked about this on a episode of Plaid Couch. I remember talking about it recently because a light bulb went off on my brain.
Mhm.
But like, I would go back and forth between like being a Nick kid and a Disney Channel kid. But my mom would get like the poor plan of like Dish when we were kids.
Mhm.
So we never had Nickelodeon and Disney Channel at the same time. And I remember like mostly growing up, we didn't have Disney Channel that often. But then once I switched to preteen, like she got the package with Disney Channel, and that was perfect age for me because that's when all the kids were talking about like Hannah Montana and Sweet Life. And I know it's different because you guys weren't like tween girls back in the day, but like, you know, that was like, you had to be there.
Listen, I was a huge fan of the Hannah Montana series.
Yeah, the show. It
Yeah.
was good. I remember too, I loved High School Musical as a kid. The night it premiered on Disney Channel, I had a High School Musical 2 party at my house. We had the karaoke machine set up. We were
That's
doing karaoke. Like my mom had all these printables that we had for all the girls. It was so much fun. And that night too, I'll never forget the night that High School Musical 2 premiered on Disney Channel. The first episode of Phineas and Ferb premiered right after it, the roller coaster episode. It was probably like top 3 like best nights of my life.
That's awesome.
Isn't
Phineas
that
and Ferb
so
was
cool?
great.
Matthew, how come you never invited me to your High School Musical 2
I didn't
party?
know you at that time.
Nobody, you guys didn't come to my party. Did you lose your invites?
We were too cool to hang with the icky girls.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I definitely was singing High School Musical for a very long time, though.
How familiar are you guys with the High School Musical soundtracks?
I've
1 and 2 because
I've only seen the first one.
If you play the soundtrack, it'll all come back to me, and
Okay.
I will just.
Because I get in this argument with one of my girlfriends all the time because she's wrong. High School Musical 2, not only a better movie, soundtrack's way better.
Yeah.
You've got I Don't Dance, Work This Out, Bet on It,
Mhm.
like every day. Like
Every day, bro.
No,
Oh.
It's every day, bro.
that's too far into Disney Channel, and
No, High School Musical 2.
Yeah.
I probably watched that way more than any of the other ones.
Yeah, High School Musical 2 is great. The first one's good too, but like the second one, that's one of the rare occasions that the sequel movie is better than the first.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just nod. Have you seen it? You've never even watched it?
No, that High School Musical kind of came out in that like weird middle school, high school phase where it's like,
Yeah.
I can't be watching Disney stuff. I gotta
Yeah.
be cool.
And it was different too because like I know we weren't quite teenagers, but like you were probably like that age of like being a boy where it's like it's not cool to like watch the girl shows. Whereas like it was like perfect timing for me as a kid. I was right in that sweet spot when High School Musical movies dropped.
When I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of the girl shows. I love Powerpuff Girls.
That's not a girl show. That's just a good
I
show.
love Totally Spies.
Totally Spies was great.
I can never remember. It's like 16 or something.
16, yeah.
Is it 16?
Where they all work in the mall.
Yeah, 16.
16, trying to find my way. Got
Hannah
a new
Montana.
job, gonna start at the mall today.
iCarly.
Carly was good.
Drake. I have to throw in Drake and Josh because
Yeah.
that's probably the most that I watched as far as Nickelodeon goes.
Mhm.
But yeah, I loved the girl
The
the girl shows.
Yeah. But yeah. So let us know in the comments what your favorite girl show was. No, let us know in the comments what your favorite Disney thing is. It could be a theme park, a ride, a movie, TV show. Your favorite song that was played on Radio Disney. We didn't even hit on the Jonas Brothers. If you want to hear us talk more about the Jonas Brothers, check out our first episode of MPL. We do talk about them just a little bit.
I sing in it too.
Yeah, if you want to hear Matthew sing Year 3000.
Any fan fictions too? Put that in.
Fan fictions of what? Jonas Brothers?
Yeah.
That's a slippery.
You're gonna get some weird DMs, Matthew.
That's my goal. I'm gonna get one DM.
Also, I cannot believe we went this long talking about Disney and Kingdom Hearts did not come up once.
Listen.
I will tell you this, pulling the curtain back. I believe I said this in the episode as well. I did so much research for Kingdom Hearts. I can't tell you a damn thing about it.
It's because you were not part of the cult when it came out. That's why.
Well, one of our backseat gaming episodes will probably eventually be me playing Kingdom Hearts.
But I want to play it. I want to watch someone play it.
How do you think I feel watching Jaylene play Uncharted?
But
How this got turned
no,
to me.
it's oh my gosh. There is too much shit to keep track of in Kingdom Hearts.
I know.
And you have
I was trying to read on
you
it.
have to you honest to God, you have to replay the games on a yearly basis just to remember all
Just
this shit.
keep up on all the
Yeah.
lore.
Because there'll be parts in there I'm like, "Duh."
How much preparation are you gonna have to do before Kingdom Hearts 4?
It's going
Well,
to
he's got 10 years.
That's
so.
true, yeah.
it's going into Kingdom Hearts is going into their new arc. So the start of their arc was Kingdom Hearts 3. So all the past games since then,
Are no longer canon.
well, no, they are canon, but they're not going to be as big as a deal. It's kind of Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be the start of a new kind of era for Kingdom Hearts, and I'm excited for it. So
Disney Dan made a video about Kingdom Hearts and its history in the Disney theme parks. I think I'm gonna send it to you.
do it.
Because, like, right when Kingdom Hearts came out, like, Sora was in the parks for just, like, a brief moment.
Really?
Yeah. Him and his big old shoes.
Him in his clown shoes.
Yeah. By,
Every new game that comes out of Kingdom
the
Hearts,
shoes get bigger.
no, they get a little bit smaller.
Oh.
So Kingdom Hearts 4, I think you'll finally have the good
Normal
old,
shoes.
the good
Yeah.
old Nike Airs.
But, yeah. Shout out Disney Dan.
I can't tell you how excited Matthew was when Sora was announced for Super Smash
Oh my
Bros.
God. Even more. Were you more excited when they added Sora than what you were for Joker? Because you were really excited for Joker.
I was real excited for Joker.
Yeah.
I think I didn't cry when I saw the video for Joker, but I did cry when they showed the release trailer for Sora.
I will say I cried when the first Ultimate trailer came out, the Everyone Is Here trailer. I don't think I full on cried, but I got kind of emotional watching that as someone who's played
They
those
add
games forever.
Shrek I'll cry.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
I wish we would have gotten together to see that release for Sora, because I lost my
So
shit.
we could have all watched you cry.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
But just the moment I saw the keyhole open and then he's floating out of it and then the music starts, I'm like,
I will say I was a little annoyed because I'm like, they already added Joker, now Matthew gets Sora too. It makes sense that Sora's in the game, but I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna have to hear about it from Matthew now.
Well, Matthew, we'll talk about Smash Bros. Now for a little bit.
Yeah.
Matthew's two mains are Sora and Joker. I don't think he plays anyone
Not
else.
anybody anymore.
I
No.
refuse to play anybody
I was gonna
else.
say he would play like Wolf every now and again.
My mains before my mains came out was Lucina,
I forgot you did Lucina.
Wolf. Fire Emblem character, Crom.
Okay. Oh,
I was-
you also played Richter.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Richter.
god, how could we forget?
Richter, and
How many times did we get splashed with fucking holy water?
that was my favorite combo. Splash him with the holy water, and then I'd step back and I charge up the chain. I just go, and then they go flying off. I
Yeah.
can never recover though because his recovery sucks. But
Don't say that to Tegan. He plays Little Mac.
Yeah, my
It could be worse.
my mains are Kirby, Pikachu, Toon Link, Little
dude,
Mac,
that's a roster though.
and Villager.
That's a roster. That's a good roster.
I'm a Princess Peach main for life.
I feel bad for having two
My team name is Team Little Boys.
little boys. I feel bad for having two Fire Emblem characters because they're all the same.
You don't play them anymore anyway.
Yeah, you
you're
just
right.
play Sora and Joker.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can 1v4 these goons with Joker.
Yeah,
I've done
shut
it
up.
before.
Say that.
No.
All right, tie it back to Disney. You get one Disney character in Smash. Who are you picking?
Robin Hood.
All right.
That'd be sick.
Nemo.
All right. What's your real pick? What's your real pick? Your pick.
Come back to me.
Okay. I am gonna go with. I gotta go with the GOAT, Prince Philip.
Oh, Prince Philip would be cool.
He would be a badass. He'd probably play
When's
exactly
Disney-
like the Fire Emblem characters.
When's Disney
but
gonna release a Smash game?
I'm surprised they haven't
Yeah.
yet. That seems like, it wouldn't be good.
Could you imagine Rapunzel
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be good.
like flinging her hair around?
She would
at
basically
people?
be a Richter
Yeah.
copy, whipping her hair and then
Yeah.
throwing the
I
frying
want-
pan
I
with the holy water.
I want Rapunzel special to be, you know her chameleon. I want the
Yeah.
chameleon to run up on the player and just go, and then he just flies off screen.
That would be sick because one of my favorite moves is Peach, is the frying pan. So doing that as Rapunzel would be cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I went Prince.
There's an
Philip.
idea for a video. Make our own roster for a Disney Smash.
And we could get sued
Yeah.
by Disney.
Yeah. We're lucky we haven't gotten a copyright strike yet. If we did something like that,
Yeah.
they'd be knocking on my door.
Damn,
Thank God we work out of your house and not mine.
Yeah.
You can just say Phil and we could be done with it for yours.
Phil would be
Yeah.
awesome.
I just want excuse to have Danny DeVito and Smash.
He'd be a great assist trophy.
That's true,
would.
yeah. Why haven't they made a Disney fighter like that?
I don't know. They should. They got a roster, dude.
Like they've got the
You know what? After this, we can all think of characters and what their move sets would be.
we got to get Berga in on that
Yeah. We can have a Discord call.
though. Ooh, yeah. After we recast all the Star Wars movies, that's another discussion we had. We're gonna, our same buddy who built a lightsaber. I was talking to him about it the other day, and he goes, "I'm prepared to look up every single character to recast them." I'm like, Jesus Christ,
That's a
we'd
lot.
be there for days.
That's a lot.
We'd all have to take like a week off work.
1 day per movie.
Oh my gosh,
A
yeah.
full 8-hour shift.
Yeah. Clock in at 8 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning.
What about Jube Jube? Who?
Who?
Oh, just put Brad Pitt in there.
Now we're gonna recast all the Ewoks characters from the hit cartoon Ewoks.
You never let that fucking go, dude. Tegan loves Ewoks.
It's such a good show.
You didn't talk about gargoyles either. That's
I
Disney.
love gargoyles.
Yeah.
I love all those cartoons. Droids, that's another good one. That's
I actually heard that gargoyles is really good.
It
though.
is.
I just haven't watched. Gravity Falls. That's Disney. You guys
Yeah.
both watch
I
Gravity Falls.
love Gravity Falls.
That's been on my list
Oh, it's so good.
forever.
I love Gravity Falls.
Y'all remember Corey in the House?
A little bit.
I didn't watch it.
That was one I didn't watch.
I was
Because wasn't that the That's So Raven spinoff?
Yeah, and it was the dad. It becomes the presidential chef, so he lives
Do you
in the
think
White
Raven
House.
saw the vision of 9/11?
I don't remember the lore of the show. Like, was she always psychic? Because she would have been alive but it was stuff that
we gotta watch it.
like
now.
that happened to her though. So like,
Maybe
but
she
saw it
she
on
was
the
planning a
TV,
trip to New York.
or she like saw it on the TV.
Maybe.
I don't think we
Deep
need to talk
dive.
about
That's so Raven. We'll figure it out.
That's so.
Hashtag 9/11 was Raven's fault.
Raven gets enough flack on the internet.
Yeah.
Just let's leave her alone, please.
I was watching The Sweet Life. Actually, it was
On deck or
On Deck,
Zach and
yeah,
Cody?
On
Okay,
Deck.
yeah. Because Zach and Cody's better, but I've got more nostalgia for On Deck. I
Mhm.
really liked Sweet Life on
I-
Deck.
yeah. Sweet Life on Deck was I liked it a lot more than when they.
No, see, I've gone back and I've rewatched both series, and Zach and Cody's like really good show. On Deck gets a little kooky crazy, but like I was obsessed with that show as a kid. I convinced one of my middle school best friends, like we came back from summer break one year, and we were like talking about break, and I said, "Dude, you know what I found out? My cousins are Dylan and Cole Sprouse, and they invited me.
My uncle works at Nintendo.
They invited me onto the set where they filmed the show. I told her that. And her only question was, are the smoothies that they drink on the show real? Because they had the smoothie bar.
Mhm.
And I said, yeah. And I said, Dylan Sprouse made me a smoothie. Yeah. And then that day at lunch, she said something else. I'm like, you dumbass, I made that up. I got you. I should have just let it ride. I could have been the cool kid in school.
That's like when I told Burr guy that Harrison Ford did the mocap for the
Oh, you
I'm
got
on
into it
Solo.
that one.
Yeah,
or
The Star
freshman
Wars
year
Connect.
of college. Just
Your guy's so smart until you get you say something like that to him.
I can tell him anything and he will believe me.
Yeah.
That's the dynamic. He like whenever we play Secret Hitler, he doesn't trust anyone but me. He's like, Tegan's the only one I trust.
I hate playing Secret Hitler with you guys because 99% of the time you're fascist and 99% of the time Burguy's liberal. But every time we play, all right, Tegan's the only one I trust. I'm like, how? Why? We've played this game and lost to fascist Tegan so many times. And you can always tell right away when Burguy's not liberal because he does not play a good fascist. I will say you can at least play a good liberal.
Yeah.
You play a really good fascist.
Yeah, I gaslit you so hard one time.
Yeah, I didn't know you had that in you.
Jaylene, you handed me two fascists. No, I gave you a choice. No, you did not. Oh God, did I?
Yeah.
Did I mess up?
Because right before that, like my last turn, I like fucked something up. So then they're like, "Then you fucked up again." I'm like, "I guess I did." And we ended the game, and you told me that. I'm like, "You son of a bitch." So
No, that may be my favorite board game ever, but that can be another discussion for another
board
podcast.
games, yeah, Secret Alert is a lot of fun.
Which is weird because I don't even know what gaslighting is.
Shut
so
It's crazy how good of a Hitler you make. Not even just in that game. The Hitler of Plaid Couch.
the Hotler.
The Hotler.
What's it from?
It's just something we.
Or just some like bit we came up with.
Yeah, it was
years
a.
ago.
I'm pretty sure it was a bit we came up with.
I'm guessing it's one of those that has like so many different origins
That's true.
that
It's something that somebody accidentally said like 6 years ago, and we haven't let go of it. Probably. Hotler. I've got another one that made me think of that, and I can't say it on camera. It's not like bad, but I don't want to say it. And it was about your old me on our Wii U. You know which one I'm talking about?
I thought that was Cody's.
No, Cody had one. Cody had one, and Matthew had one. And I'm sorry, I can't say them on camera. So,
Coward.
do you want me to?
I
Do
can
it.
bleep
And you
it
wanna
out
bleep
if
it?
it's
Yeah.
bad.
Cody straight up just had Hitler as his me. Remember Matthew misspelled his name and he was a Matt Jew? Every time we played a game on the Wii U.
That's not even bad. Why were you?
I don't like
Because we had Hitler and Matt Jew.
I don't feel like we need to have that on there. And that's when they had like you remember on Wii U, you could like take a picture of yourself and it would show your me and yours looked so fucking crazy.
It was fucked up.
And you just left it.
Yep.
Cody didn't even take a picture, he should have just made it there. Yeah. So we can cut that last portion.
I'll think about it.
I don't want like a video of me saying Matt Jew on the internet. I just think
There's so much worse of you already.
guess I should start watching our videos. You've been cutting all that stuff, Tegan. Shoot.
I think this is where we're gonna end the
Yeah,
podcast.
we should have ended this like 20 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh.
We should have ended it after I said I was really into turtles. I should have cut it there. Thanks for watching another episode of Plaid Couch podcast.
Or listening.
Or listening, yeah. Make sure you give us a good review and leave us a comment and let us know. Do you think we're borderline Disney adults or you think we're full blown?
Who's the most Disney adult out of all of us?
I think it's you for sure.
I don't think so.
What? I think it's you.
I think it's her.
Just because I like Ewoks, the show.
I just know it's not Matthew.
What are you talking about?
All right. But no, seriously, we're gonna end it there,
Yeah.
or else we're gonna go insane. And I'm gonna get a Mickey Mouse tattoo. So we better just end it. Like, comment, subscribe, give us a rating if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast or wherever you're
I live
listening to this
vicariously
podcast.
in Disney World because of how much Kingdom Hearts I played. I was never a part of one movie. I was a part of all of them.
Yep.
My soul is in a little bit of all the Disney movies.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
On that note, bye everybody.
Bye.